Everyone, it's Matt from Dynamic Podiatry. I'm really happy to be having a chat again. Sitting down in the park right near our practice here is always a lovely spot, and I'm glad the rain held off. Today I wanted to have a quick talk about trail walking / hiking, which has become a boom industry across the world, and particularly in Australia and New Zealand. And some of the things that you might need to make sure that you stay injury-free, blister-free, and generally get the absolute best out of yourself and out of your hike. And as podiatrists, that's what we see our role. We see our role as making sure that you are able to get the best out of your body and the best out of your life by keeping you pain-free through the feet, knees, ankles, and legs. Okay? So one of the worst things that can happen when you're doing trail walking or hiking is that you can get a blister. A blister, can make things go downhill very fast. So if you get an open blister where it's popped and they are so sore and they're going to be in a point that rubs on a shoe or a sock or something, that's how you get them in the first place. So a couple of products that I find are really fantastic for keeping those away. One of them, which we import from New Zealand, is hiker's wool. This has been a really highly sought after product. Basically, it's made from lamb's wool and it has a lot of lanolin in it. And what people do is they'll often wrap it between their toes, sort of like that, to prevent a blister in a hot spot. You'll often have little spots on your toes that are sort of a round, thickened area, and they're always at risk of getting a blister. But we've also had people use it in the heel, and also I think Vicky's used it in the heel, and also you can use it in the arch. We had a young lady using it in the arch, and she said it was fantastic. So at the moment, we're the only Queensland sellers of this listed on the Hikers Wool's website, and we are happy to post this to you if you're not in Brisbane, okay? Or even if you are in Brisbane, we're happy to post it to you if you can't make it in to our clinic. So that's the first thing. The next thing I wanted to talk about was Injinji socks. Now, I'm a guy who loves socks in the first place, and I love bright coloured socks, but these guys have a real purpose. And that purpose is to keep you blister-free, okay? They have this special type of material and they're seamless at the ends so that you are much less chance of getting a blister, because what they do is they reduce that friction that happens between the toes when you're doing a lot of walking, or the friction from the top of the shoe as well. That can also be a problem. So I've known people who've worn these and they've been in a big group and they've been the only person in the group not to get a blister. There was a young lady that did the overland track and she found she was the only one not complaining of blisters. They come in lots of different ones. This is a mid-weight women's trail type, okay? We also have the thick woolen ones, which will keep you warmer and also have nice padding in them. We also have another women's trail one, but it's different colours. We have plenty of men's ones, of course. This one is an ultra thin one that the runners particularly like, okay? So a lot of runners come in for those and get best performance out of themselves. And then you'll also have the no-show ones, or the low-cut ones, for when you're wearing shorts and trainers. And this is another pair of these ones, pretty low cut. I've got a pair of those myself, so you don't really notice that you're wearing them. So again, we have all of those in our practice. We're in stock, so just come on in and get the size that you like. Try the first pair. Most people we find, if they try the first pair, they tend to love them, and they'll usually be coming back for more pairs after that. A couple of other little things that I wanted to talk to you about that you're probably familiar with, but some people may not know how helpful they can be. Obviously, these walking sticks. Now, I've got these are my own ones that I use. I've been going to some beautiful places in my trail walking. One was Echo Point, and that was a photo that I posted earlier, was out at Echo Point. These I like because they have inbuilt shock absorption, so you can see that moves. They've got the cork hand grip, which I really like, and they're just nice and lightweight. So one of the great things that you can do with them is if you do have a weakness in your lower limb, say in an ankle or a foot or something like that, you can take a lot of the load and a fair bit of the work through your arms by using these. They're also great for trying to prevent you falling. So when you're walking on some really uneven things, it's quite easy to fall. So you can drive it into a spot there and hold it while you move across water or anything like that. So I love these products. The last one I wanted to speak about, and one of the most important, is the boots or shoes that you're going to wear for your trail walking. Okay, now I don't have a pair of boots with me because I don't actually own a pair myself. I tend to walk in a normal trainer. It's a Mizuno Ride trainer, but what it does have on it is the trail grip. So it's slipping it off my foot there now. And this has got, getting worn down now, but this has got a grip that's been great for me. One of the things, I haven't gone to really rough areas, I suppose. Mine are generally pretty well-worn tracks. But if you're going to rougher areas where there can be sharp, and I mean, this could happen on the tracks I'm on as well, where you get a sharp rock poking up or a stick poking up or something like that, the last thing you want it to do is to penetrate through your soft trainer. So if you've got it, say, in a spot like that, it might just cut straight through and go into your foot. And then obviously you can be in real trouble. So when you're looking for a boot and you think that you may have the need for some protection from sharp objects, more than average, then make sure you've got a nice firm sole that will prevent that. You also want to have a little bit of a kick on the front of the boot, because a lot of the boots are stiffer than a trainer, of course, or most of them are, so they won't have quite the same amount of flexion at your metatarsals, okay? Now that's important, obviously, for traveling forward. You need to pivot from that point or bend at that point. So what a lot of them will do, they build in a fair bit of a kick, and as long as it's comfortable, that's a really great thing to have. Then you go into things like waterproofing. Keeping your feet as dry as you possibly can is the best thing to do. It's another advantage of these socks. I find that not only do they wick away the sweat, which they do a great job of doing, but they also dry very quickly. I've found that particularly the light ones, if you do get them wet in a water crossing, squeeze them out and hang them out, and you'll find they dry a lot quicker than I thought they would. Okay, so probably the last thing to mention on the boots, and the most important thing when you're buying boots, shoes, or anything like that, is comfort. They must feel comfortable to you. If you can't walk around in the shop in comfort in them, how are you going to walk a trail or, you know, any sort of big runs, or even a 5-kilometre walk around your streets? Don't let the shop people tell you that you need to wear them in. These days, the materials they use and the technology they have for making shoes and boots means that you should never have to wear them in. So if they're uncomfortable, they're probably rubbing on a bony prominence or something that you have, and you need to try a different type that will have, say it's like the collar of the heel. You need to have that in a different position for some people. That's pretty much all I've got for you today, guys. Guys and girls, sorry, everybody. I love this trail walking that we've been getting up to with a few of my mates. You see some beautiful places. I've stuck at the moment to southeast Queensland, but I'm really looking forward to going over and doing things like the Routburn track in New Zealand, or the Milford track, a big one. I'd have to get really fit for that one. And then I have several clients who go and do the Camino track in Spain, and they have a wonderful time. In fact, one lady I know does it every year. She loves it that much. She gets that much out of it. So I hope to see you on the trails at some stage in the near future. We're getting into that cooler weather now when it's more comfortable to get out there. Great to talk to you all again. And I forgot, of course, if you have any questions, You can leave a question on the Facebook, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But if you think you need to be assessed, or you're a bit concerned, or you do have an injury, make sure you book into the clinic by phoning 33518878, or head to our website, dynamicpodiatry.com.au, and the bottom left you'll see the make an appointment online, so you can book it online if that's easier for you to do. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye now.